Hey, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, just a quick live this afternoon, talking a little bit about what's happening in 2024. The comments are open as well, so come in and say g'day and share about your day or what are you doing for the weekend. We'd love to have a chat in the comments there. But Alex, what's happening in 2024?
Well, lots of happening. So I think it's a great time now that a year coming to an end. As of reflecting on what's going on in 2023 and how do you bring all the lessons that you've learned in 2023 and plan out 2024 and make 2024 a fantastic year ahead. And so one of the Andrew and I, we just had our mastermind sessions a couple of days ago, just do exactly what we said. We kind of reflect on 2023 and we kind of plan out 2024. And there's a great idea came up to us and say, well, why don't we together do a mastermind group for the business owners? And because we benefit so much from it. So that's what we are so looking forward to, creating something fantastic in 2024 to bring forth to the business owners to mastermind together. Do you know actually the masterminding ideas has been about 1,000 years history?
1,000. Okay, 1,000 year history.
Yes.
So, when was the first ever mastermind?
Oh, I don't know, but like that was like I was so shocked to learn about this like 1,000 years of masterminding. So Napoleon Hill, he gave a mastermind a wonderful definition. He said in his book Think and Grow Rich, he described the mastermind principle as the coordination of knowledge and effort between two or more people work towards a definite purpose in a spirit of harmony. And that is called mastermind. So I was like, oh, in history, there's so many men and women come together, and how do we grow the communities? How do we, improve our quality of the life? And that, as long as work in the spirit of harmony and working towards a definite purpose, and that is called a mastermind. And so I've been running my mastermind for a year also, for the You Are Born Rich. And um, yeah, so we have masterminding principles and so on and so forth. The ideas come out of a mastermind. It's a different frequencies to the when we are thinking ideas on our own. So you probably feel that when we were masterminding just a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, you get a feel for, like, sometimes you just need to share your ideas, or sometimes you just think, is it like, it's probably stupid, but, and then you just come out with it, and then you get validation from it. You're like, yeah, and then the energy goes, and then, all right, so now we've actually got to action it. We've got to come together and make this happen now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm so exciting. A lot of ideas just surface out from these masterminding groups. Like how Apple started, right? It was just a idea that Steve Jobs had in his garage, and he brought a friend, just two people. You see, just two people come together for a definite purpose and work in spirit of harmony, and that was how Apple, this computer giant, was born in that time, in this kind of like masterminding environment where people come together for a definite purpose of increasing the quality of our life, or helping each other, or bring forth a business idea, so on and so forth, and in the spirit of working in harmony. That's so powerful, I think, this mastermind mining group. Do you know that actually Thomas Edison, um, they all, Henry Ford, and they all have formed a mastermind?
Oh, they did?
Yes, it's like Thomas Edison and Henry Ford, and I think that there's two more people. I can't remember who exactly, but they actually have every single year they gather together outside in the campfire, and outside of their normal work environment in a completely different environment, it's kind of a pattern interrupt. So if you are being in the same environment, that you work at the same place, you meet the same people, and then that idea gets stale, that frequency just stuck at this frequency, and the idea only you can only receive what you are in harmony with. And so at that level of frequencies, you can only get that kind of ideas. Innovative ideas comes when there's a pattern interrupt. So that's why Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, they gather together every year, and then they go to the campfire, relax, and they put their chairs out there and surround the campfire and start to talk about, hey, what's going on in the economies, what's going on in their worlds, and how they can bring more innovation in the world, and how they can, help more people in the world. And that's like some great ideas start to come out, and that's when you connect with the like-minded people. So put it like, imagine that one battery is very powerful, right? When you hook up a whole bunch of powerful batteries together, that is even more powerful. That's what that masterminding principle is about, is bringing multiple minds from different perspectives, but it's actually in harmony. There's a process that we get in harmony in higher vibrations, and so harmonize our mind at the very beginning, and then and the idea come will have completely different frequency to it, and that is like great innovative ideas will be born in this kind of environment.
Well, that's where the collective power can come in. I think where you can just share your thoughts and ideas, and maybe different experiences as well. And there's because you see a lot of these masterminds too, and I think it's great that there's always something going on, and what's the point of difference at them? But
Mm-hmm.
everyone brings something unique to these groups. So that's why it's good just to get out and venture out and connect and go and visit some. Because there's always something different. There's always something new to learn about. Yeah, what your thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, especially when people coming from a diverse background, diverse of experiences and expertise, and that will bring in their own wisdoms of their expertise onto the table, and so you start to see different perceptions of the same problem. And when you start to change your perceptions, that you start to see not just the problem, and you will start to see opportunities in the challenge that you are facing. When you start to change that perception, your whole world start to change. Your attitude towards the challenge will change, and that everything start to evolve from there. I think that's just extremely powerful.
Well, just back on the campfire. Phil Watson said that Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, President Warren G. Harding, and Harvey Firestone at campsite in Maryland in June 1921.
That's it. Thank you, Phil. Thank you for chipping in. You see, we are here actually doing masterminding. My one mind is like no, I don't remember all these things. Thank you, Phil. Awesome.
Oh,
Thank you.
Sandro's here too. Oh, nice
Hello.
of you to show up, Sandro.
Hey, that's it. I know.
That's right. So anyway, yeah, that collective power and the collective thought. Masterminds happening everywhere, getting people together. It's also about like, how do we go about bringing people into these environments where maybe they're not sure, maybe they've got these ideas, but they're just not sure how to bring them, or how to get into these groups.
Yeah, so I think it's like it has a different energy when people come together rather than being put together. So it's like really cultivating a safe, non-judgmental environment is critical. Because that it's in an environment that you feel free to express some idea you may think is silly, some idea you may kind of I'm not quite sure, some idea you may think it's crazy, but cultivating an environment where you feel comfortable to share some what seems to be outrageous ideas, and it's having a non-judgmental environment, but also a confidential environment. I think that environment is very important for these nurturing these ideas. They are just like baby ideas. You want to They are priceless, they're precious ideas, so everyone have that respect of people's idea rather than crushing their ideas, crushing their dreams, but it's actually seeing the treasure of these dreams and ideas, and then giving that ideas and environment to grow into bigger and bigger. And that is the power of having a cultivated mastermind environment.
Oh, I like that. A cultivated mastermind environment.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of having that many, like, so many ideas, and they're just like, and then it's like, no, just like focus, and prioritize but they just keep coming. Where do I put these ideas?
Yeah, each of the ideas actually have different frequencies. And so one of the things that I help people in my masterminding group is a process to evaluate these ideas. So when the some of the ideas called, you can mastermind with yourself, you can mastermind with the infinite, you can mastermind with with the imaginary panels, but that's using your imagination, the one of the mental faculties. And one of the things is, like, when we are masterminding, we need to allow all the ideas to come, because when the idea is just like the water, is energy, right? So when we haven't turned on the tap for a long time, the first it's rusty, right? When you just turn it on, the water come out was yellowish, rustyish, and right. And so those are
Playing
the
the sounds.
Yes, those ideas maybe kind of stale ideas, but that's because that's But as long as the water coming more and more and flush out the rusted water, it get clearer and clearer, and more of those great idea will come. So in my mastermind, I actually encourage people to flush out all the ideas, and then you start to there's a process that you can rate and select what kind of ideas you wanted to put more energy to. Not every idea you wanted to put energy to, but there are some ideas will have electricity in it that it feel expansive, and that's those ideas that you want to give more nurturing, you want to give more attention, energy to nurture those ideas.
To be like water.
Yes, ideas can grow in the right environment. Yes, absolutely. If the condition, you gotta give the right conditions and give the right nutritions to the ideas can grow. Yeah.
And Phil says people have different experiences about the same thing, which can be why networking is so powerful. And yeah, 100% agree with that too. Yeah, you might have like a line with similar things, but you can share your experience. You've got different connections. You've been in different environments, but sharing your unique experience.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. That's another thing I love about the mastermind that we will be creating in 2024, is that it's not only just the that environment, just that little time, but it's actually everyone bring the network behind them as well, that the willingness to share not only their knowledge but also the network behind them, point you to the right direction, point you to the right connections, point you to the right people, and those are so priceless.
yeah, well, it's great to come together and learn something new, but then also go away and talk to those other people that are in the room or just in that place environment,
Mm.
and share their perspectives on it.
Yeah, love that. Love that. And so that is something exciting that we are creating in 2024. And the ideas still kind of like putting together. And so if you guys have any ideas and you want to be part of this, or you have any suggestions, please make sure you connect with Andrew and tell him, not me, but him.
I'll collect the ideas.
Okay, so yeah, make sure you connect with Andrew and let him know, and he will be, putting all this together and making sure that you will receive the first-handed information.
So it's going to be cool. We're going to do some online networking, there's some offline networking. There's going to be just lots of connections and things happening. So we're going to be running the masterminds. Then we're going to do some speed networking after it. It's going to be fun and engaging. That's what it's about.
That's it. That's it. So I would love to know, you guys watching this, and what is your 2024 about? So our 2024 is about fun, about engaging, about masterminding, about
Community.
community. Yes. And what about you? What's your 2024 is about?
Sorry, I was just reading the comments too. Yeah, so look, 2024 is big on connection, community, just getting like-minded heads together and creating something exciting. We want to create something that's purposeful, peaceful. We just want to make 2024 great and even beyond, even greater. So I'm just going to plug our LinkedIn local networking as well. So in-person events, they're different. I think the whole hybrid model is great, online offline, but nothing can beat in person. Just feeling the energy of those people around you, and no, I'm not going to lie, the food's pretty good too. I'm just there for the food.
And great conversations and
Oh
great
yeah,
people.
can't forget those great conversations. Yeah,
Yes.
the food. It's all about the food.
Ah.
But LinkedIn Local, so the next one is on the 19th of December, 6 p.m. It's our Christmas party. It's the last one of the year. We've got a lot more planned, planning the new year. And Phil says, my 2024 is about better time management for me across helping people in business and community. I'm sure I'm with you there too, Phil. 100%. Time. What's your take on time, Alex?
Well, nobody get more time than you, right? So we all got 24 hours. I think time is the fairest of all. And I often heard people talking about, oh, I run out of time to do this. Already 2023, run out of time to do that. But listen, time never run out. These 24 hours, once we use up, the next 24 hours will come out for sure. Definitely, right? But we run out of life to do the thing that we want to do, to be on our purpose, to do the thing, to spend how we want to spend this lifetime. So I think that is a completely mindset shift for me when I heard the ideas you never run out of time, but you run out of life. So that is like really put a price tag on your life. How do you use your time, this lifetime, to do what is important to you? One of the things that I learned is you got to put the big rocks in. And so if you don't put the big rocks in, then those big rocks can never get in the jar. It's because you just filled it up with sands, and you filled it up with water. You filled it up with those marbles.
Could change the jar to a tub, fit that big rock in there.
So yeah, so I think that is the concept of time. Time never run out, but we run out of life.
I like that. Haven't heard that before. That's new to me. But yeah, I think it's been a big thing too about always hearing run out of time and really shifting that mindset around bringing it around to moments. What am I doing in this moment, or what's happening in this moment? How can I make this moment like great, or where am I spending that particular moment? I guess it's moving away from the whole time, but it's a big part of the mindset, which is also huge in masterminds.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, I think. Thank you, Phil, saying that a mastermind. It's to provide the peer support, brainstorm in a safe space for communication. Absolutely, I love that. Yes, mastermind is usually less than 10 people. Generally, it's about maybe 8, and so we'll have to see if there's enough time for everyone to share and bring in a challenge and a real business challenge, and then we can all kind of like chip in and see. Especially a lot of time, it's getting clarity of the problem that you are facing. It's not on the surface problem, but it's actually underlying problem. What's the underlying problem that we are facing? And once we get clarity on the problems, then the answer will come a lot quicker. So we must use the time as a tool, not a can it
Not as a couch.
no, it's okay. That is so true. You know, when we say we don't have time to do this, we got to rephrase it to say, well, I actually don't want to do this now. That is completely different. You know, we all have time. We just like, I'm not prioritizing it right now. And also, I learned about something called uh, Einstein time versus Newtonian time. And so that's another concept for another day. So what is Einstein time? And whoa. So yeah, so it's different concepts. Do not wait. The time will never be where you stand, and work with what you have at your command, and better to what's the other one? Better to tools will be found as you go along. I love that. That is a quote from George Herbert. I love it.
Mm.
Thank you for sharing, Phil.
And a quote from Phil. I'm going to turn this into a quote from Phil. The purpose of the mastermind is to provide peer support, brainstorm ideas, and offer a safe space for communication. So we'll snip that out of there, and we're going to put Phil Watson.
I love
Thanks,
that.
Phil.
Thank you for contributing. That is what it's the power of mastermind is everyone come in not to get. Everyone come in to give, to contribute. When we contribute and we actually feel good about it, and that is how we raise our vibration when we feel the value that we are giving. So the happiness, the fulfillment is not in the getting, but it's actually in the giving.
I like that. Givers get.
Give us gain.
Givers gain.
Well, here's the misconception though. For a lot of business owners, we are givers, and you gotta understand that you cannot give what you do not have. So when I learned this, is a game changer for me because like taking care of yourself, carving up time to do something that is important to you, that matter to you, it's not selfish at all. It's actually you need to fill up your own cup so that it's so full that you radiate out that you can't contain it anymore. You have to share, you know, and that is from a genuine place of giving because you got to make sure your cup is filled first.
Absolutely. Sandra says that's a paradigm shift in its own. On its own, sorry.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm learning so much more different perception about time because I used to be, stressed and running late for everything and wait till the very last minute and always I don't have time to do that. My to do list is this long. Oh my gosh! And so my kids always say, "Mommy's always running late." I was like, "Oh yeah, I don't have time." Yes, I struggle with time pretty much my first decades of life, but now I'm starting to making that shift once I understand and improve and work on my relationship with time.
Well, you can use that experience as well. So, when you're hearing that and playing it out and teaching the kids as well, you can take that experience and how you're shaping it and molding it into something for yourself.
Yes. Here's another quote from Phil. You want to read it out, Andrew?
Oh, when we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. I like that, Phil.
Yes.
Getting in the festive spirit. And always give
Yes.
without remembering and always receive without forgetting.
Mm,
Yes.
yeah. And just
Words of
tying to
wisdom.
the Thanksgiving themes, right?
Oh, the Thanksgiving themes, yes. No, it's a great time of year. We're gonna wind down. It's just gonna be that keyword food. I'm sorry, it's gonna be food. It's gonna be and people too. Can't forget the people. But don't forget the food.
Ah, yes, I love that. And so, what are you having for dinner tonight, guys? Put in the comments. Let us see. Oh, that made me hungry.
All right. Well, maybe that too. We can come and in the mastermind. Can we talk about recipes?
Oh, yes. We have chef in the house and talk about recipes, and that's innovations. And the chef always come together and they mastermind with each other how they make the food and better and tastier and have more variety on the shelf for people. I think that's a great masterminding group too.
Recipe for success.
Recipe for success. Oh, there we go. We got the name. Awesome.
There we go. All right. Well, Alex, I think thank you for coming on today and sharing that. It's going to be exciting 2024. But yeah, you can reach out to either myself or Alex if you want to know more. Otherwise, yeah, if you're in Sydney, come on to the LinkedIn Local North Shore, Magpies Watara, 6 p.m. Turkey from KFC. Phil, come on. The Dirty Bird. uh, it's got to be better than that.
Yeah. And so, what day is it, Andrew? For
So
the
Tuesday the 19th of December, 6 p.m. Magpies Watara. It's our last Christmas party. Come and say g'day and share your 2024 with us.
Yes, and give thanks. I think that's the turkey from KFC was like tied back to the Thanksgiving theme, and so I think that it just like wrapped this conversation nicely. And thank you for having me here, Andrew. And thank you for putting amazing events for our local communities and putting out so much effort and bringing everyone together to share the expertise and the experiences and helping the community grow and helping us to grow as well. Thank you so much, Andrew, for putting it all together.
Oh, thanks, Alex. It's gonna be great. And as we've seen, when we all come together, and then just the energy in the room's been great. So I'm excited to see it all unfold next year.
Absolutely. So, do you have a theme for the Christmas party on this Lincoln Local at Magpie?
Yeah, so we're going to have Triple H Radio, local community radio, come along and share what they're about and what they're doing. I've reached out to a couple other local community groups to want to come and share what their organisation does in the community. But I was thinking too, it's a big one because I've been having some conversations around loneliness and isolation. So, thinking that I'm quite fortunate to have family around and just like gatherings, but there's actually a lot of people out there that don't get to experience that. And that there's loneliness and isolation out there. So, what are some services or things, and how can we connect people with those? There's some great stuff out there. Even people running these things for even sharing like movies online. So if they're still be in the same space, I guess, in a safe space, but just watching a movie together, and they can be somewhere else, but they can still have a connection and talk about that movie or themselves. Yeah, so there's some cool stuff out there, but that's the theme of this Christmas party is about community connection, and yeah, there is some isolation and loneliness, and how can we better connect people in the future.
That is beautiful because it's like the Christmas time, Thanksgiving times. It's all about connections, families, or how do we be more involving in this in the community and the people who need help on that. So yeah, that sounds great, interesting. Love to hear more, and that the more that we know, the more that we can share to the communities. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely, Phil. Volunteering can fix loneliness. Yeah, there is that. There's also about how to like the loneliness. Sometimes people just feeling awkward and not safe. Like they might be lonely, but going somewhere, just the thought of it, going out and going somewhere. But yeah, obviously, like volunteering, and I'm sure there's many different. Well, there is many different ways. Many different ways of volunteering. Not having to go somewhere or be somewhere, but you can volunteer your time, I guess, remotely. But yes, that is true, Phil.
I'm looking forward to it. So, can you say the time again? So, making sure that we all know the time and the date.
6 p.m. Tuesday, the 19th of December, LinkedIn Local North Shore.
I'm so
Come and be
looking
part of
forward
it.
to it. Yes, that's fun.
Woo!
Oh, are we allowed to bring Christmas hats?
Yeah, bring Christmas hats. Yeah,
Also,
some music pumping as well. Gonna be a bit of bopping and just yeah, we want it to be like quite like semi-casual. So we will have like these organisations just sharing and connecting, but at the same time, it's just really just getting people in a room and just having some fun.
fun, fun, fun. Okay. All
It's a
right.
slow process to heal with great rewards. Boy, have I got some stories for you. I'm sure you do, Phil. I'm sure you do. And we're due for a catch up. So can't wait to hear it all. So
Alrighty.
thank you, Alex. Thanks for joining me today. And yeah, thanks, Phil, Sandro. There was another one on there. It popped up as Facebook user. I'm sorry, it didn't have your name. But thank you, Facebook user, for jumping on. Anyway, until next time, au revoir.
Have a great Christmas or see you at the party.
Yes.
Bye. Yay.
Tuesday, 19th of December, 6 p.m. I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but it's happening.
Bring your Christmas hat. Okay. Alrighty. Bye.